hiring, training, HR administration, and compliance while giving your employees competitive benefit options. See, when your people thrive, your business can adapt and prosper. With Insperity, nothing seems impossible.
I'm Howard Mackler, founder of Innovation Refunds. You've heard me talking about the payroll tax refund for months. If you own a business, even if you've asked your CPA about this, you owe it to yourself to take another look. We provide a licensed and insured tax attorney who evaluates your company at my expense to determine eligibility. Businesses of all types can qualify, so go to GetRefunds.com to potentially get a payroll tax refund of up to $26,000 per employee. Download the Innovation Refunds app or go to GetRefunds.com, GetRefunds.com.
Great partners make each other better. They show us what's possible beyond ourselves. At Keck Medicine of USC, being partners is more than just a goal. It's who we are. We're committed to offering you the personalized health care you need. Deep expertise and dedication. We'll work with you to reach your potential. Because the next great partnership is you and Keck. Together, we are limitless.
At the United States Postal Service, we're reinventing our network to help keep your business moving. With new shipping options to deliver better value, greater flexibility to conveniently reach your customers, more confident shipping with new informed delivery features, and new electric vehicles for a cleaner, brighter future. Fast, reliable, perfectly orchestrated. The United States Postal Service, delivering for America. Learn more at USPS.com/moving forward.
Need an accident attorney by your side? All you got to do is call the accident guy.
You've got LA's afternoon news
on KNX News 97.1 FM.
The people you know.
The voices you trust.
6:30, I'm Rob Archer.
And I'm Karen Adams. Burbank Democratic Congressman Adam Schiff tells KNX that he and his colleagues plan to aggressively fight the ruling from a Texas federal judge that could block availability of a 20-year-old abortion pill. Schiff says the worst thing about the ruling that could pull the drug off the market is that anti-abortion activists handpicked this conservative judge.
To be candid, what he's basically ruling on is his own personal views of abortion. This is not based on science, it's not based on the law. This medicine has been available for decades. It has proven its efficacy and its safety. And so for the judge to suggest now, after decades, that this is a safety issue when it's not, is, I think, completely disingenuous.
Schiff says a direct appeal to the U.S. Supreme Court is likely. He would even go as far as considering asking the FDA to simply ignore the abortion pill ban. Now, mifepristone is a widely used abortion pill that is considered very safe to use.
More than $25 billion in funding is expected to be awarded to improve water quality and more at Hollenbeck Park, Lake and Boyle Heights. Margaret Guerrero has the story.
Pointing to the nearby 5 freeway, LA City Councilman Kevin DeLeon said it runs right through the park.
This is one of the busiest highways in the United States of America. We have seen it because we breathe the fumes from this freeway every single day. When it rains, all that runout right into Hollenbeck Park. It drains right into the lake.
The $25.1 million in funding recommended by the Upper LA River Watershed Area Steering Committee would be on top of $17 million that DeLeon said he helped secure for the park and nearby streets. Michael Scaduto is a civil engineer with LA Sanitation and Environment.
The scope of work is going to include 18 dry wells upstream of this so that we're treating and mitigating the water upstream of the park before it gets into the lake.
He says they will also be planting additional shade trees at Hollenbeck Park in Boyle Heights. I'm Margaret Carrero, KNX News 97.1 FM.
Solar panels are about to get more expensive in California. Chris Sam Carlo has more.
The California Public Utilities Commission changed the rules on that metering, which sets the rate for power sold back onto the grid by people with solar systems.
12:01 a.m. on the 15th is when the new program goes into effect.
California Solar and Storage Alliance Executive Director Bernadette Valchiaro says people who sign up after then will earn less on electricity sold back, which has created a boom in solar interest.
Some companies are seeing 100-plus folds, year over year, just very, very big jump.
UC Berkeley Haas School of Business professor and CalISO board member Severin Bornstein says the previous rules created a balanced benefit for wealthier people who could afford to install solar.
And what we've been doing is we've been subsidizing rooftop solar by raising rates for everyone else.
He says it would make more sense for the incentive to come out of the state budget,
which would be far more equitable
than paying for it out of other people's electricity bills.
Even with the new rules, people will still be able to sell power back onto the grid, but that will take longer for panels to pay for themselves. Chris St. Carlo, KNX News 97.1 FM.
The state lawmakers pushing for new protections that would allow people in the country illegally to report crimes without being deported. Pete Demetrio has more.
The so-called Immigrants' Rights Act is being submitted by Assemblyman Miguel Santiago, who says that immigrants without legal standing are often afraid to report crimes against them for fear of deportation, such as
domestic violence, human trafficking, rape, prostitution, torture, and there's a number.
Santiago's bill, now headed for a committee hearing, would call for a clarification of expedited approval of so-called UT or S visas granted to a person who is a victim or who assists law enforcement in a criminal prosecution. Santiago calls it a double win. It makes communities and individuals safer by giving police witness information to convict criminals while clearing the path for those who help police to more fully participate in society. In downtown L.A., I'm Pete Demetrio, KNX News 97.1 FM.
Home Title Lock, the company that uses celebrity spokesmen such as Rudy Giuliani and Newt Gingrich to convince you to sign up for title monitoring, is under legal scrutiny. The city attorneys of San Diego and San Francisco want to examine the company's records. San Diego City Attorney Mara Elliott says they're targeting a certain segment of the population, preying on that fear that their homes could be stolen from them.
They are gearing their services towards the elderly, typically the people who are watching television. They use trusted individuals who have a reputation. Those will be trusted by those who would purchase the product. And we don't believe that the information that's being shared is legitimate information. We've seen it on national television shows. It appears, like I said, to target elderly homeowners who are going to be very concerned about preserving their limited assets.
Elliott says that instead of paying Home Title Lock $20 a month, you can contact your county registrar
to be a new category at the Boston Marathon for non-binary runners. 27 people signed up to compete in that new division this year. To qualify for the Boston Marathon, all runners have to earn their way onto the course by meeting some strict qualifying time standards. Non-binary runners ages 18 to 34 are going to be held to the women's standard of 3 hours and 30 minutes. The men need to run that in 3 hours or faster.
Facing a wave of Palestinian attacks, the Prime Minister of Israel has reversed course and decided to keep the defense minister he fired. Prime Minister Netanyahu said he and his defense minister, Yoav Gallant, had some serious differences of opinion, but he had decided to reinstate him. Netanyahu's decision to dismiss Gallant, who had criticized the judicial overhaul process, had sparked huge protests that eventually led Netanyahu to put the changes on hold. Netanyahu also blamed the previous government for showing weakness that he said emboldened Israel's enemies. Linda Gradstein for CBS News, Jerusalem. It's 6:41.
From West Hills to West Covina.
When you need to know, turn on KNX News 97.1 FM.
The University of Laverne ranked nationally for social mobility and best value. Learn more about accelerated programs offered online and on campus in Laverne, Irvine, Ontario, Burbank, and Santa Clarita. Visit go.laverne.edu.
Roses are red, violets are blue. It's Sit and Sleep Spring Sale, which means I'm in deep doo-doo.
But Erwin, during Sit and Sleep Spring Sale, the savings are in full bloom with up to $1,000 off Sealy, Kingsound, and Beauty Rest.
Up to $1,000 off? The only thing that's going to be in full bloom is my ulcer.
And enjoy the sweet smell of savings with up to 50% off Tempur-Pedic floor models and adjustables.
But I'm allergic to the smell of savings.
Achoo! Queen-size mattresses start at just $489. Plus, with your good credit, get 0% financing for 36 months on purchases of $3,000 and above with your minimum monthly payment and 10% down.
And let our BedMatch technology scientifically measure your unique shape and size to fit you with just the right mattress.
So clean out your old dust mite-filled mattress during Sit and Sleep Spring Sale.
Roses are red, and I'm dead because you're killing me, Larry.
Sit and Sleep will beat anyone's advertised price, or your mattress is free.
Are you tired of loose and painful teeth? Have you ever thought about just replacing all of your teeth? At Dental Implants GPS, a team of board-certified oral and facial surgeons will guide you to a new smile in just one day.
Oh my God. Wow. I don't think I've ever looked like this before.
The GPS Full Smile Solution is a permanent full-mouth teeth replacement. Your new smile will be custom designed to fit to your face and lifestyle and will look and function just like regular teeth. You won't need to remove them from your mouth overnight. You won't need adhesive to keep them in place. We discover your life with the GPS Full Smile Solution. Connect with loved ones, eat freely, and smile confidently again. Replace your teeth and restore your self-confidence in one day at Dental Implants GPS. Now servicing both Riverside and Orange County. Receive a complimentary consultation and CT scan when you call 800-952-4200. 800-952-4200. 800-952-4200.
Spectrum Business is the no-nonsense way for small businesses to stay connected with fast, reliable internet service and Spectrum Business Connect, the all-in-one app to make calls, host video conferences, and send texts. Connect to customers from any device, anywhere. Get both and get one mobile line free for 1 year. No contracts, no hidden fees, no nonsense. Just business. Visit spectrum.com/business today. Restrictions apply. Services not available in all areas.
Mike Simpson here for the Kitchen Store in Culver City, the best place for kitchen cabinets, and it's been that way for more than 50 years. Spring sales on right now, a 7,000 square foot showroom. So if you like a certain style or you've seen something before, they can do it. Expert designers will show you how things will look in your home down to the smallest details, and they'll beat or meet any price, including those from the big box stores. 12 months same as cash financing and a free showroom consultation. Call them up, 310-KITCHEN, 310-KITCHEN, and online, 310kitchen.com.
Check back in your car, at work,
And again when you get home. Just ask your smart speaker
to play KNX News.
6:45, I'm Rob Archer.
I'm Karen Adams. Coming up.
This is Chris Seaton's. After a very wet winter, the Super Bloom has the makings of being an awesome one this year.
And police now have pictures of the person who defaced an Islamic center.
Traffic's brought to you by Yamaha Resort and Casino at San Manuel. Here's Brian.
We might have a crash at Monterey Park, 10 East, right at Garfield. This is, looks like it's going to be in the left lane, and the drive, I mean, it's a Monday, so a little slower than the rest of the week, but still kind of tough coming off the 710 freeway. A little slowing up ahead on that 10 from Peck out to Baldwin Park. 60's recovering nicely. Slowing just past Atlantic towards San Gabriel Boulevard, then you drive through Diamond Bar. Looks good, but keep in mind that 60, we're still working a crash in Ontario here, just past Grove, and that is what has you on the brakes, almost back to Highway 71. Orange County, you are okay. 57, a little slow from Ball Road up to the 91. I know we had an earlier problem. I believe that has cleared out of your way. The Hollywood Freeway still slow. We had a similar for a while that had that 101 to the 10 East shut down. That's open now. Been open for a while, but still slow coming out of the Cahuenga Pass. Keep in mind, Highway 138 is shut down both directions right at 110th. We've got a deadly crash. At least one person has died, unfortunately. A big rig and a Jeep. You can't even recognize the Jeep, as a matter of fact. That's how bad it is. So 138 is closed until further notice. They're going to take you off at 170th. If you're coming from the west, that'll drop you down to Fairmount. You can use Lancaster Road to Avenue I as an alternate, and vice versa, to make your way around this 138 closure. Win that Birkin bag this April only at Yamaha Resort Casino at San Manuel. One lucky Club Toronto member is going to be adding the world's most luxurious bag to their wardrobe this April, and it could very well be you. Not a member? Join today. Details at Yamaha.com. Must be 21. Please gamble responsibly. Next report, 6:55 from the Toyota Glendora.com 24-hour traffic center.
Hope you enjoyed the peak of the heat today with temperatures well into the 80s for a lot of our inland spots. But the cool down, it does begin tomorrow with a few degrees of cooling down into the upper 70s and low 80s for the valleys, Inland Empire, and High Desert. We're looking at mid-60s for the beaches and the mountains, and low 70s for LA Inland Orange County. Temperatures continue to drop through Thursday before a warm-up into the weekend with Southern California's most accurate and dependable forecast. I'm KCAL's Olga Ospina for KNX News 97.1 FM.
They're right now 67 degrees in Downey, 69 in Pasadena, 63 degrees in Santa Ana.
It's 47. California's blockbuster wet winter will have at least one downside because of flooding to some of the state's most productive agricultural fields. The prices for many staple crops could soon be going up. Daniel Sumner, director of the UC Davis California Agricultural Issues Lab, tells us we'll see price increases in grocery stores as soon as this month.
So in the first round, it'll be fresh fruits and vegetables, meaning berries, really, because that's what's grown over near the coast, and leafy greens and celery sort of stuff, broccoli. Now that's later this spring, but they can get back in and replant those crops.
But there's more.
We'll lose some pistachios and almond trees. People aren't going to be able to get the tomatoes planted on time, which means these are tomato paste. So later in the season, you can expect higher prices of tomato paste than it would otherwise be. Maybe slightly higher prices of some other sort of standard California tree nuts and the like.
But Sumner says more than in consumers, it will be California's smaller and independent farmers that will feel the most impact from this winter's floods.
Winter rain brings spring flowers. Chris Edens reports Southern California's in for an amazing super bloom.
It's been a cold, rainy, dreary winter, but our reward will be an awesome array of wildflowers for everyone to enjoy.
I think one of the ways of really connecting with these landscapes is learning about them.
Joan Dudney is an assistant professor at the Department of Environmental Studies at UC Santa Barbara. She says a good first step for those seeking a deeper connection with the flora involves downloading a very helpful app.
There's this amazing app called iNaturalist, and there's a sister app called Seek, and you can download those apps and go out and actually, in real time, identify the plant that's in front of you.
The California Department of Parks and Recreation recommends 7 sites in Southern California where visitors can see the blooms which have already arrived, and in many cases are projected to continue to grow for about a month. They're sorted by distance from downtown Los Angeles. I'm Chris Edens, KNX News 97.1 FM.
A state lawmaker is trying to make it easier to detain severely mentally ill people against their will.
As a social worker, voluntary is always the best way to go.
always the best way to go.
But it's not always possible, says social worker turned legislator, State Senator Susan Eggman of Stockton. That's why she's introduced SB 43, which would better define the situations in which a severely mentally ill person can be held against their will. Critics say it's another attack on people who are homeless, but she says it's about saving lives.
I'll use the example. I live in Stockton. So this last year when we had a period of time where it was over 110 for 3 weeks, people died, right? Because people, if you can't acknowledge, if you can't get the shade, if you can't acknowledge you should hydrate yourself, and your mental condition is such that you are laying on the sidewalk, but people will die from that.
It's part of an overhaul of how the state deals with mental illness. The current regulations on holding people were written in the 1960s, she says, and are so broad that they're not helpful. The bill will be up for discussion again later this month in Sacramento. I'm Megan Goldsby, KNX News 97.1 FM.
6:15, time for a look at your money. Here's Bloomberg's Andrew O'Day.
Some movie theaters are starting to look pre-pandemic again. Cinemark says with almost 1 million tickets sold, Saturday was its busiest day for attendance since Christmas Day 2019. Biggest chain AMC says last weekend was its third best for attendance since the end of 2019. And IMAX says the new Super Mario movie spurred its best opening weekend ever for an animated film. Shares of all three companies rallied today. Walmart's trying to take Capital One out of its wallet. The chain has sued its longtime credit card partner seeking to end their working relationship. Walmart says Capital One provides unsatisfactory customer service, including posting transactions to accounts and replacing lost cards too slowly. Capital One says Walmart's actions are just an attempt to renegotiate terms of their partnership. Wall Street almost pulled it off today. Indexes shook off across-the-board losses to finish 2 of 3 higher. Dow rose 101, S&P inched up 4, NASDAQ lost 4. From the California Deluxe Windows Money Desk, I'm Bloomberg's Andrew O'Day, KNX News 97.1 FM.
Hey, it's Mike. What are you curious about? Maybe why we dream, or if yawning's contagious, or if you can catch a liar?
That's dangerous territory.
What about things that aren't what they seem?
Yeah, strawberries are not even fruits at all.
We have dozens of these now, and I've got questions. Everything from deja vu to dinosaurs. We've got a show on aliens. New questions Thursdays, wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, it's Vicki Moore. Why should you choose Sweet James if you're hurt in a car, motorcycle, or trucking accident? Well, I'll let the results speak for themselves. Some of the settlements won for injured victims by the attorneys at Sweet James include $29 million, one for a client hurt in a multiple vehicle accident, $11 million, one for a client hurt in a trucking accident, $1 million for a client hurt in a motorcycle accident. Sweet James wins for clients hurt in these types of cases 98% of the time. They settle more money in 1 year than most firms settle in their lifetime. So if you are hurt in an accident and results matter to you, call the attorneys at Sweet James. You pay nothing until they win. They can't guarantee the outcome of any case, but it's important you have an experienced and successful law firm on your side. Get your free consultation by calling 800-500-5200, 800-500-5200. That's 800-500-5200. SweetJames.com.
The BMW i4 M50. It's 100% electric and 100% BMW. Experience the power of over 500 horses stampeding at a whisper as BMW M-engineered handling takes you through every twist and turn. The complete suite of intuitive technology keeps you connected. The pure performance keeps your heart racing. The BMW i4 M50. Silence has never said so much. BMW, the ultimate electric driving machine. Build your own BMW i4 today at SoCalBMWs.com.
Tap into your best life with LifeSource, the whole home water system. Mike Simpson here. Get the luxury of filtered water from every tap, every faucet, even the shower. LifeSource removes 99% of chlorine and other contaminants for softer skin and hair and great tasting water. No maintenance, no filters, no salts, no servicing, and you can own a LifeSource system for only $75 a month on approved credit. 888-846-1945. LifeSourceWater.com. 888-846-1945.
For all station contest rules, go to knxnews.com/rules.
Tupperware could soon be a thing of the past. The company itself says, yes, it could go out of business.
Tupperware has been around since the 1940s. And it enjoyed a surprise surge from legions of pandemic shut-ins trying their hand at cooking.
But now the Orlando-based company says in a release that it has substantial doubt about its ability to continue as a going concern. Tupperware stock is down 70% this year and says it won't have enough cash to fund its operations if it does not secure additional money. The company warns that when it does file its financial results, they will look substantially worse than what it initially reported. Matt Piper, CBS News.
So Tupperware was different because it had the business model that was different.
Right.
But you were just saying that you think if Tupperware was selling in stores and stuff,
In
and it was easy to get, they'd sort of go on.
Walmart,
Yeah.
Target.
And of course, then there's the other products that people call Tupperware.
Exactly. We call everything Tupperware. It's
But it's something
Rubbermaid.
else. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, Rubber. It's a great name for a band, by the way.
It's 6:55.
Let's get a look at traffic brought to you by Ice House Pasadena. Here's Brian Rubbermaid Douglas.
Well, I'm so old, I remember Tupperware was sold at parties. You'd get, the women would get together and buy
Yeah.
Tupperware. This is back in the 60s and 70s.
Good times.
I mean, I wasn't born until the 90s. I wouldn't know that. All right, thanks, Karen. 405 South is still going to be a difficult drive from Santa Monica Boulevard down to Howard Hughes. We've had about 3 different crashes blocking lanes over the course of the past 2 hours, and that kind of set the tone for your drive. Santa Monica 10 from Overland. That'll be slow into downtown. Hollywood's still a difficult drive southbound coming out of the pass, making your way into the downtown area. Orange County, for the most part, you have cleaned up nicely here. The 91, of course not. You're still on the fast track and you're still on the main line. Main line loads up a little bit past Imperial. We still have this deadly wreck that is ongoing here. This is Highway 138, completely shut down at 110th Street. That's 8 miles to the west of 14. We have at least 1 person dead, 6 critically injured. This is a bad situation here. You're going to be diverted if you're coming in on 138. You're going to drop down to 170th and kind of swing down that way to Avenue I. That's what Caltrans says they're going to do. They're going westbound, use Avenue I as your hold. The legendary Ice House is back, hosting some of the biggest names in comedy, plus live music and more. 2 brand new showrooms, a bar featuring premium cocktails and delicious food. For tickets and showroom calendars, visit theicehouse.com. Next report, 7:05 from the Toyota. Glendora.com, 24-hour traffic center.
More clouds rolling in tonight. Lows down into the 50s. Heavy fog in the morning tomorrow, then partly cloudy with highs in the 70s at the beaches and inland. We'll see some 80s in the valleys. Cooling down on Wednesday, slight chance of showers rolling in on Thursday, and then another warming trend beginning on Friday. 60 degrees right now in Santa Monica, 70 in El Monte, 63 in Irvine.
Police now know who they're looking for in the vandalism of an Islamic center. More coming up after CBS News. It's 6:57. Honey, is our car still under warranty?
No, not anymore.
My sister just got an extended service plan from Ox Car Care.
Ox Car Care?
Yeah, Ox will cover our repair bills if anything happens to our car, new brakes, a transmission, AC, or engine problems. Plus, Ox Car Care offers free oil changes, tire rotation, and roadside assistance.
Wait a minute, we pay nothing on the repairs? Ox gets it fixed for us? Free oil change, free tire rotation, and free... What's the number?
800-270-8132. Ox has a 30-day money-back guarantee and an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. They handle their claims from start to finish, unlike other warranty companies. We should call now. 800-270-8132.
The last thing we need is an unexpected car repair bill. I'm calling Ox Car Care now.
Call Ox Car Care for your free quote. 800-270-8132. Ask about senior and military discounts. Ox covers commercial car owners too. Don't get stuck with a major car repair bill. Call Ox Car Care. 800-270-8132.
Attention car owners. Are you driving a Jeep, Dodge, Ram, or another vehicle purchased or leased in California, and you have had repeated repairs done under factory warranty? You may have a lemon. You have rights. Call today, 877-95-LEMON.
I had so many problems with my new car. Lemon Law Associates of California helped me get all of my money back. Call today, 877-95-LEMON. Don't put your family in danger driving in an unsafe car. Call 877-95-LEMON. Make lemonade out of your lemon and call today.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely.
You will find
out soon. In Boyle Heights, I'm Margaret Carrero, KNX News, 97.1 FM.
New research shows a shocking increase in the number of children and teens being killed by gunfire. Here's Chris Sedens.
The Pew study shows that between 2019 and 2021, there was a 50% increase in gun deaths involving children and teens. John Gramlich is an associate director at the Pew Research Center.
This is a huge increase, very troubling, very tragic. Just to clarify what we're talking about here, this is all gun deaths. This talks about homicides, suicides, accidents, and any other category. So this is the whole universe of any kind of death where a gunshot wound was the underlying cause.
Gramlich says the rise in gun deaths among children and teens is part of a broader recent increase in firearm deaths among Americans overall. In 2021, there were nearly 49,000 gun deaths among Americans of all ages, by far the highest yearly total on record. I'm Chris Sedens, KNX News 97.1 FM.
So what are those blue blobs washing up on our shores? They look like jellyfish, but they're not. Nate Jaros, curator of fishes and invertebrates at the Aquarium of the Pacific in Long Beach, says they're known as by-the-wind sailors. He says they're part of the jellyfish family, which have what's known as indirect development.
And that means that when males and females reproduce, they don't produce another thing that looks like the male and the female. They produce a kind of a new thing. In this case, it's a polyp that lives usually attached to the bottom. Of most of these species, they live attached to the bottom. But the by-the-wind sailor is an open ocean species where there isn't really much contact with the bottom of the ocean. So what they do is they created a float where their polyps live. They basically hang upside down, and they kind of drift around with the wind as a sail.
Jaros says they do have stinging cells, not very harmful. They're kind of like a Portuguese man-of-war. However, if you do pick one up and then later rub your eyes, you could get some irritation. A legal setback for former Dodger Yasiel Puig. A federal judge in Los Angeles has rejected his bid for prosecution documents that he claims would prove racial bias in the way black suspects are treated. Puig is facing trial on one federal count each of making false statements and obstruction of justice. The charges are connected to an illegal gambling operation. Prosecutors said Puig placed bets on games in May of 2019 and racked up $283,000 in losses in a single month. His attorneys claim that implicit bias by government investigators show they are inclined to view black men as untruthful and uncooperative, while viewing non-black persons exactly the opposite. The judge dismissed Puig's motion, saying he provided no credible evidence of discrimination. It's 7-11.
Hey, it's Vicky.
And it's Mike.
Wake up with us tomorrow morning.
I mean, who else are you going to wake up with?
Ooh, LA's Morning News on KNX News 97.1 FM.
It's easy to keep your Toyota running like a Toyota with Toyota Care. With Toyota Care, your Toyota is serviced by certified technicians using only genuine Toyota parts.
Your health is important, so keep yourself and your family covered with Medi-Cal. Medi-Cal renewals will be happening soon, so if you have Medi-Cal, make sure you don't miss any important renewal information. If you've moved in the last 3 years, check and update your mailing address, email address, and phone number. Learn more at keepmedicalcoverage.org. That's keepmedicalcoverage.org. Paid for by the California Department of Healthcare Services.
Inflation has consequences. As the Fed raises interest rates to combat out-of-control government spending, long-term bonds have diminished in value, crippling banks. Depositors are holding their breath and investors are bailing on bank stocks. Diversification has never been more important. The recent surge in gold prices is directly tied to the extreme market volatility right now. This is why gold has historically been a great hedge against the stock market and against inflation. This is Rudy Giuliani for the company I trust to help you diversify into gold. Birch Gold Group. Text PATRIOT to 989-898 to get a free info kit on gold. Birch Gold will help you convert an existing IRA or 401k that's tied to a volatile market into an IRA in physical precious metals, gold, and silver. And the best part, it's tax sheltered. Text PATRIOT to 989-898 to claim your free market info kit on gold today. With an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, thousands of happy customers trust Birch Gold to protect their future. You can too. Text PATRIOT to 989-898.
Cracked driveway, decaying deck, and overgrown and unusable outdoor space? Let System Pavers destroy it for you. This month, System Pavers will demolish, dig up, and haul away your dated, neglected concrete or asphalt for free. And we'll replace it with the outdoor space of your dreams. Dramatic paver driveways, built-in fire pits, stunning outdoor kitchens, share-worthy patios, and more. For 30 years, System Pavers has helped more than 80,000 homeowners transform their homes through beautiful, durable, and high-quality outdoor remodels, and you can be next. Contact us today to take advantage of our most popular offer. Free demolition and removal. Plus, get 0% financing options. Get started today by calling System Pavers at 877-PAVE-002 or visit SystemPavers.com to get inspired. That's 877-PAVE-002 or SystemPavers.com. All orders must be placed by April 30th. Financing subject to credit approval. See website for offer and financing details. Contractor's license 661575.
If you have joint pain and they're telling you surgery is your best option, please stop what you're doing and call QC Kinetics. It's Jim Rome. The folks at QC Kinetics use the latest, most advanced regenerative treatments to bring lasting pain relief the natural way. Regenerative medicine harnesses your own body's healing agents to restore and repair damaged tissue in your knees, your hips, your shoulder, and your back. The precision treatments are done in the office with no drugs and no downtime. QC Kinetics has hundreds of clinics all over America and thousands of satisfied patients. If your joints are aching from arthritis or injury, look beyond steroids and surgery. Discover the amazing possibilities with regenerative medicine. If you can get relief and avoid going under the knife, doesn't it make sense to check that out? QC Kinetics in Glendale, Orange, and Mission Viejo. Call for a free consultation. 213-997-PAIN. 213-997-PAIN. Once again, 213-997-PAIN.
Check back when you wake up with LA's Morning News.
Ask your smart speaker to play KNX News.
It's 7:15. I'm Brian Payne. Coming up, fearing a writer's strike, streaming networks have stockpiled a lot of product. The Justice Department wants an emergency stay of a Texas judge's ruling blocking use of an abortion drug. Right now, let's get you back out to the roadways and check your traffic on KNX, sponsored by Southern California Association of Government. And here's Brian Douglas.
138 is shut down and will be shut down, I would suspect, till at some point tomorrow morning. It is shut down both directions at 110th Street. 8 miles west of the 14th. Deadly wreck here. Big rig and a Jeep involved. Both head-on, both lying on their sides. That Jeep, unrecognizable. I believe this is where we get the one person that has passed away. The rest are in critical condition. And again, 138 shut down. If you're coming in from the west off the 5, you're going to be diverted south on 170th Street. Usually we use that as an alternate. There's a problem on the 5 north of the state. That 5's wide open, so you should be good to go there. If you're on the 405, you're looking good. You get to the top of the hill a little slow as you make your way down to the valley to about Victory Boulevard. That's west side. Drive on the 405 from its head. Slow down to the 90. After that, your speed's improving. Then you drive to the south bay, looking pretty darn good. All the way into Orange County, maybe some brake lights in Carson right before you get to Alameda. That's always that stretch that tends to back up regardless of what's happening there. Hollywood Freeway, you're going to be slow from Hollywood Boulevard into downtown. What do you think can make SoCal better? Help the Southern California Association of Governments develop Connect SoCal 2024, region's long-range visioning plan, by getting input at connectsocal.org. Export 725 from the ToyotaGlendora.com 24-hour traffic center.
Temperatures start to cool as we head into tomorrow, but still with above average temperatures in the upper 70s and low 80s for the valley, Inland Empire, and the high desert. The 60s along the coast, low 70s for LA, Inland, Orange County, and mid-60s for the mountain. We will continue cooling with the lowest temperatures on Thursday before a warm-up by the weekend. The Southern California's most accurate and dependable forecast. KCAL's Olga Spina for KNX News 97.1 FM.
7:17 for TV fans who fear an oncoming writer's strike. It could present an opportunity. There are more episodes of television ready to stream than you could ever watch in a lifetime. So if the writers walk off the job, you won't be hurting for stuff to watch.
There is a lot of content out there that I think many of the viewers might turn to catch up on shows that their friends might recommend in a moment of crisis.
LMU media studies expert Miranda Banks says the last writer's strike that ended in 2008 came at a time when many of us still made plans around the primetime schedule. Not anymore.
We've been calling it peak TV for a while, and quite honestly, if you turn and you talk to your friends, most people aren't watching the same shows. Somebody's watching Succession, someone else is finally catching up on Breaking Bad from years ago, other people are watching reality TV.
Banks says while reality shows could see another bounce if a strike happens, most viewers will simply use the time to play catch-up. Firefighters see a lot of trauma on the job. The trio tells us how the OC Fire Authority has taken some steps to keep their crews mentally healthy.
The latest tool in the Orange County Fire Authority's emotional resources arsenal has no college degree or communication background, Just 4 paws, a wet nose, and the ability to deliver unconditional affection. Pax, a 3-year-old yellow lab, will be handled by firefighter Wade Munson.
They've gone through hundreds of hours of training to prepare for this, and so this is just one added tool, like I said, and there's definitely a time and a place for it, and with the incidents that we respond to, this is huge for us.
Captain Tan Yuen says when an incident of the judgment of a chief or a captain has inflicted an inordinate amount of stress on crews, PAX will come into a station or a briefing to provide emotional support, a reassurance to those who put it on the line that life-saving is worth the effort and is appreciated. I'm Pete Demetrio, KNX News 97.1 FM.
This April, make sure you're not fooled by financial fraud. Marky Schaefer reports research could save investors some headaches.
70s investment newsletters gave way to former stars touting investments on late-night cable. And CBS News senior business analyst Jill Schlesinger is warning of free financial advice found on TikTok, YouTube, and Reddit.
Some of it is wrong, and I worry that it's difficult to kind of figure out who's legit and who's not.
Schlesinger says investors should seek out
fiduciaries. That means that they've got to actually provide advice or guidance that's in your, the consumer's, best interest.
Recently, fraud charges were filed against the founder of a now-shuttered student loan company, which J.P. Morgan purchased in 2021 for $175 million.
And if they get fooled, I feel like the rest of us, we have a really high bar to try to make sure we're protected.
Schlesinger warns in her book, The Great Money Reset, to approach financial educators with a keen and skeptical eye. I'm Margie Schaefer, KNX News 97.1 FM.
This is the Bloomberg Real Estate Report. I'm Denise Pellegrini. The banking crisis and all the bank failures. Well, that could spell trouble for commercial real estate.
What is going on with the banks in the real world is very significant. There is a credit contraction going on.
Randy Watts, Chief Investment Strategist at O'Neill Global Advisors.
Remember, small banks make about 40% of the loans in the U.S., though in some areas, like commercial real estate, they make closer to 70%.
And that could make problems with all the vacancies in some office buildings even worse.
That contraction of small business loans is going to have a big impact on the economy. That's just starting.
Latest Castle Systems report has office occupancy rising, but still under 50% of pre-pandemic levels. Tuesday is the day most workers go in. We'll be getting a peek into how the nation's largest banks view what's happening in commercial and residential real estate as some of the banks report earnings this week. And that's the Bloomberg Real Estate Report. I'm Denise Pellegrini.
Are you nearly maxed out in your credit cards? It doesn't matter if you're using your credit cards for fun or to survive. At the end of the month, your statements come in, and you can either pay them or you can't. If you can't, late fees and interest rates get tacked on. And now, you're struggling just to make the minimum payment due. Do you feel trapped? Am I talking to you? Good, because I personally researched some companies that can help you. They may be able to reduce your card balances by 50% and stop the late fees. If you qualify, please call our special debt hotline number right now for a complimentary free 5-minute consultation. Deal with your credit card problem now before it gets much worse and put more money back in your pocket. Trust me, I've been there too. Call right now. 800-948-1659. 800-948-1659. 800-948-1659. That's 800-948-1659. As we all learn to expect the unexpected. It was indeed a tornado. Here's what you can expect. Things that were flying in the air.
Oh, no, something's wrong, and I ended up under the bed.
We'll have the info you need when you need it most.
Well, this is shock. It happened in Southern California.
KNX News 97.1 FM. Depend on us. Without the ones like you who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you with professional-grade industrial supplies. Count on real-time product availability and fast delivery. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger.
continues. It's being presented tonight by Nike. First pitch is in there on Alex Call for a called strike. We'll give you Tucker Davidson's numbers in just a moment. There's a pitch that's low. He threw 49 pitches in his 3 innings tonight, and along the way he gave up 4 hits. 2 runs, they were earned. Didn't walk, and he struck out 3. 1-1 pitch from Herget. It's a little bit low. 2 balls and 1 strike. There's action for the Nationals in their bullpen. Bouncing ball hit to third. Stopped by Urshela. His throw is in time. And Paul is retired. It's the second time he's grounded out to third tonight. Lane Thomas will be the next batter.
Fans join us for Star Wars Night on Friday, April 21st, as Angels host the Royals at 6:38. The first 25,000 fans will receive a BB-8 Mike Trout bobblehead. Visit angels.com/promotions.
So the batter is Lane Thomas. Right-hander against right-hander. Herget's delivery in there for strike 1. Carl Edwards is warming up for the Nationals in their bullpen. Slender right-hander. Here's the pitch. That one is Herget. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the next pitch, and that's a little bit inside. As Jimmy Herget works for the Angels, this is his 5th appearance of the season. His ERA coming into the action tonight, 7.36.
A couple of rough outings from Jimmy Herget.
Here's the next pitch that's fouled off over by the batter waiting on deck, Candelario. Herget is ready. Here's the next pitch. A low bouncer off the mound. Charging is Fletcher, the shortstop, and the throw just gets Thomas. Close play, but he's retired. There are ground outs here to start off the 8th inning.
That's a nice play by Jimmy Herget, because this one's right by him, and after he gets done throwing, his momentum, everything's taking him just a step towards the first base side. If he tries to reach back and make that play, you're not sure if he doesn't grab it properly or drops the ball, you might lose that out. He just doesn't even attempt it to go after it. Easier play, obviously, for David Fletcher right behind him.
Batter now is Candelario. He's a switch hitter, so he bats left-handed, facing the right-hander Herget. And he's had a couple of hits tonight, driven in 2 runs. 1-0 delivery. Bouncer foul on the first base side. When we get to the bottom of this inning, the bottom of the 8th, the Angels will have Rengifo, Urshela, and O'Hoppe. Angels will have 6 outs to try and mount a comeback. Down 6-4 here in the top of the 8th.
And 1 point after 3, Angels were up 4-1.
Angels have had a little trouble here in this homestand now, holding on to some leads. Counts 2 balls and a strike. And that pitch catches the inside corner. It was a sinker. 2-2. And here's the next pitch. A little bouncing ball hit on the right side. It's gobbled up by Rengifo. The second baseman will throw out Candelario. And in the inning, a ground out to second. Third and short. 3 up and 3 down. Bottom of the 8th is next. Angels need some runs, down 6-4 on the Angels Baseball Radio Network.
Hi, I'm a helpful Southern California Honda person, and this is what happened when I called Carlos with a random act of helpfulness.
I'm a coach. I coach a 7U travel club baseball team. A lot of our kids, they come from low income homes. Right now, we're just, trying to help the families raise money and be able to provide for these kids uniforms or anything we can get assistance with.
He was one of those guys that had the ability to kind of get it through that backspin that he used to get.
Chavis just saw that pitch and went after it for a strike one. No balls and one strike. It's like Kyle Finnegan is up in the bullpen for the Nationals. He'll be looking to save it for them when we get to the bottom of the ninth. This top of the ninth being brought to you by Phillips TV and proud sponsor of Angels Baseball. Get a personalized entertainment experience with Google TVs from Phillips. Buy Google TVs from Phillips at your local Walmart or at walmart.com. 2-2, and that is a call third strike. A good change up there. Freezes Chavis, and that is how the inning will end. Scoreless inning for more. Angels have 3 outs to play with. We'll see if the Angels can come back. 6-4 Washington on the Angels Baseball Radio Network.
Join us at Angel Stadium on Saturday, April the 22nd as your Halos take on the Royals at 6 p.m. The first 25,000 fans will receive an Otani shirt courtesy of Gumbo Online Entertainment. For more info, log on to angels.com/promotions.
A caring man took a walk. He saw people suffering. Anxiety ran high. It rose. I'll prepare a feast and bring them together, he thought. But some refused to join him. He was heartbroken because he wanted everyone to be filled. Not with food and wine, but with compassion.
Jesus welcomed all to the table. Visit HeGetsUs.com to learn more. Chick-fil-A SoCal is proud to be the official chicken sandwich of the Angels. At any home game, if the Angels score 7 or more runs, you receive a free Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich. Just follow these 3 easy steps. 1. Download the Chick-fil-A app. 2. Turn on your location services. 3.
TVs from Philips. Google TV helps you discover new shows and movie recommendations across your favorite apps based on your interests. With Google Assistant built in, your TV is more helpful than ever. Use your voice to find movies, play music, control the TV, smart home, and more. All on a beautiful 4K Ultra HD display with HDR for unbelievably vibrant colors and images that come to life. Find Google TVs from Philips at your local Walmart or at Walmart.com.
Hi, this is Mike Trout, Nothing Beats Baseball on the radio on AM 830 KLAA.
The pitcher in the ball game for the Nationals is Kyle Finnegan. He's a right-hander. He's in 66 games a year ago for the Nationals. 6-4 record, had 11 saves, 3.51 ERA. He's a guy who likes to rely on a power sinker. He has a slider and a split-finger fastball to feature as well. So Jake Lamb is going to pitch in. And it better against the right-handed reliever in the first pitch. And that's the single. Lamb is batting for David Fletcher, the nine-ball hitter, who tied things 0-for-3. Fletcher up to a 1-for-15 start at the plate. Next pitch on Lamb. Lamb is hitting just 136, takes that one for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, that sinker there at 97. Infielders are backed up. Here's the next one on Lamb. Swing and a miss. So he's in the hole. It's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Finnegan has had 1 save so far this season. He's been roughed up in his first 5 appearances. His ERA coming into tonight, 14.54. He had 1 appearance where he went a third of an inning, gave up 5 earned runs. He's given up 3 homers in 4 third innings this year. He's now back behind.
Go ahead and
That is one that's going to chase you for a while. When you're a bullpen guy, it takes a minute. Jersey on the way by real quick. Decided no, it did not. So 2-2 is the count. Here's the next pitch, and there's a shot into center field, but Robles is there to gather it in. He had him played perfectly. Lamb hit the ball hard, but that's 1 gone here in the bottom of the 9th. Yeah, not much you can do. That's a great at-bat by Jake Lamb. Squares this one up. Line drive.
Understood.
Here's the next pitch, 2-strike delivery, skied in the air into center, and waiting on it out there is Robles to make the catch. Robles with the down. So 2 are gone, and Mike Trout, that's to try and keep this game alive. You usually don't like to see that when you're in the dugout. You made the play. 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the ninth. The pitch, Trout swings and misses as Sinker struck him out. And that is how the Angels dropped the opening game of this 3-game series. The Nationals come back and win this game tonight, leading the Angels by the final of 6-4. Angels season record under Park 5-5. And Washington with the victory, they win their 4th of the year. They are now 4-7. The totals here tonight: Washington wins it 6 runs, 14 hits, no errors. They lead 10. The Angels had 4 runs, 7. The Angels lead 7. Patrick Corbin gets the win. His record is 1-2. Kyle Finnegan, the save, is 2nd of the year. The losing pitcher, Jose Suarez, now 0-2. The time of the ball game, 2 hours, 41 minutes, and the attendance, 19,557. Mark Langston joins me as we recap this ball game. Mark, and tonight here at the Big A, it started off well for the Angels. You get the early 2-0 lead. Angels sent 7 to the plate in the bottom of the 1st inning. Right here, clutch 2-out RBI single. Then after the Nationals got a run in the 2nd to cut the lead to 2-1. Angels came back in the bottom of the 3rd inning with a couple more. Home run by Hunter Renfroe, and then later on in that Angels 3rd inning, a 1-out RBI double by Urshela. And at that point, you're thinking, all right, things are looking pretty good. But from that point on, the Angels never scored another run. And looking at things from that point, the Angels, from that point on, never had another hit.
Be sloppy defensively for the Angels in this game. If you look at it, there's numerous places where the Angels had the sloppy play. So in the 4th inning, the guys on. Fairly routine play for rookie pitchers. Off the edge of the baseball and doesn't walk like a leader. Drury over at first base, and they're not going to go down as errors. Play the plate. You know you're not going to be able to the plate, and the runner at third base was Ruiz, and he was breaking towards the plate.
あ、ジェムさんいらっしゃい。お疲れさんです。バッテリーが 2% とか 3% でずーっとうろうろしてて、切れるんですよね。充電しながらさっきから切れたりつけたりしてるんですけど、そういう理由です。お疲れさんでございます。そろそろ帰ります。これもちょっと電池がいつまで持つかちょっとはっきりわかんないですけどね。そうそう、電波じゃなくてね、電池がなんか充電しないんですよね。たまらないんですよ。いつもはなんかこう走ってる最中はたまるんですけどね、電池がたまらないんですよね、全然。エンジェルスも負けましたね。大逆転負け。昨日も負け、今日も負けみたいな。明 日大谷君先発ですけどね、二刀流、明日は。
Yesterday, where it looked like they had that in the bag. You don't know if this is any residuals from that game at all. Obviously, the Washington Nationals come into the town. This is a team that struggled last year and a team that's going to have some struggles this year. They're in the midst of a rebuild, and the Angels don't play very good baseball tonight.
Now, the thing about it is, well, you have the good opening road trip. You win both series in Oakland and Seattle, 4-2 road trip. Now the Angels come home. Angels have gone 1-3 in the homestand. You got to win your home games. At least you better win more than half of them if you're going to have a chance to be a team that's in contention come September.
Yeah, and they will. And yesterday's loss was a tough loss. That one right there just completely got away from them. You're up 6-0 entering the sixth. That game cannot slide away. It did. And certainly the Angels won. What's to like about it? The bottom line is the Angels came up short, and tonight they're flat. They just did not play good baseball. They scored runs early. Once again, you know, like this on that third time through the lineup, and it's not a record. The Angels have got to play good. Got the race on the mound tomorrow. Shohei Ohtani. And find a way to finish this homestand up. Certainly with Shohei on the mound, you feel like that side of it will be taken care of. You got to get the offense going, support him with some offense, and then go to the rubber match on Wednesday.
All right, yep, you mentioned Shohei. He'll be on the hill tomorrow for the Angels. And Josiah Gray, a right-hander who's dropped his first 2 starts this season, will get the baseball for the Washington Nationals. Totals one more time. Nationals win it. They had 6 runs, 14 hits. The Angels lead 7 hits. The Angels leave 7. Winning pitcher Patrick Corbin 1-2.
あるんですよね、そういう日がね。俺も1回ありましたね。俺も1回、今日は出ないって言って、最後の最後に代打で出てきましたけどね、俺いた時はね。でも、出ないのってありますね、たまに。特に日曜日のデイゲームとかね、そういうことありますね。日曜日のデイゲーム。でもそうとも限らないか。たまにあるんですよね、そういう時がね。今度いつだったかな、4月の22日ですね。再来週の土曜日に、今年の目玉みたいなね、大谷 T シャツの日で見に行くんですけどね。その試合ともう1試合行きたい試合があるんですけどね。4月はもう野球三昧になってますけど、たまたま4月にプロモーションがいっぱい重なってるんですけどね。粗末な一日でございましたね、今日もね。明日はちょっと予約の仕事っていうのがあって、明日 私はまあまあ良さそうなんですけどね。今日はお粗末で一日、そんな日もありますね、きっとね。そんな日ばっかりじゃ困るんですけど。そろそろ今日もこの辺ですね。
With you here on this Monday night that ends up being a tough one for the Angels. 6-4 Nationals, the final. You look at a game, you probably feel like the Angels should have won a game. They could have won a game that's kind of hard to explain. It was one of those nights. The Angels didn't pitch particularly well. They didn't play defense particularly well. And after the third inning, they didn't hit particularly well. So we're going to try to sort this one out as best we can. A couple ways for you to get involved in the show. Give me a call.
ございます。さあ何食べようかな。野菜。そう健康診断の日間違えてたんですよね。俺今日朝のご挨拶で言うの忘れてて、後から言う、そういや言わなかったと思って。健康診断の日今日じゃなかった。来週です。ご報告しますね。